Okay. So, for the first topic, aralin natin yung instantaneous rate of change. Before tayo mag-continue doon, recap tayo sa average rate of change. Okay, so sa average rate of change, alam natin na it is between 2 points. It is labeled as x1 and y1 and x2, x of 2 and y of 2. So again, average rate of change, alam natin na it is between 2 points. And also, it can mean na ang average rate of change ay slope ng secant line. On a secant line is basically a line that intersects a curve at 2 points. So, ganito yung itsura nun. And, parang ganito. Let me show. Yan. And then, let's say na may line dyan. And that line, itong intersection na to, you can see na dalawang beses siya tumama. So, basically, dalawang beses siya nag-intersect. Pwede naman din ganito itsura. And then, ito yung intersection niya. Yan. That is also called a secant line. Let's proceed na sa instantaneous rate of change. So, sa instantaneous rate of change, it is between 1 point. It can be labeled as x of 1 and y of 1. It can be also called as the slope of a tangent line. Tangent, ibig sabihin niya is a line that only intersects a curve one time. So, kunwari, ayan. Oops. There. Intersect sila dyan. Na-recap na natin. Let's head on with the examples. So, for the first problem, meron tayong given function, which is f of x is equals to 3 times x minus 2 squared minus 2. And then, dito nakalagay is estimate the instantaneous rate of change at x is equals to 4. So, ang una nyong gagawin dito is you have to derive the function. Pwede nyong gamitin yung rules of differentiation or yung definition of derivatives. So, para dito, para mas madali yung buhay natin, gagamitin na natin yung rules of differentiation. Mas maganda if aralin nyo yung rules of differentiation if hindi nyo pa alam. Kasi mas mapapadali yung buhay nyo. Imbes na gamitin nyo yung definition of derivatives. Pero it still works. Kung anong mas komportable, kung saan ka mas komportable, edi go. Pero here, mas madali nating kukunin yung derivative ng function na to by using the power rule. Okay, so 3 times x minus 2 squared minus 2. Nakita natin na may power tayong 2. So, sa power rule, ang gagawin mo is ibababa mo siya dito. And then, magma-minus 1 ka doon sa power. So, magiging ito siya. 3 times 2 times x minus 2. Then, 2 minus 1 is 1. So, kahit ganyan, kahit po mo na nga ilagay eh. Pero, ilagay natin yan para hindi ka malito. And then, sa rules of differentiation, kapag meron kang constant, matik ang derivative niyan is 0. Again, so, solve na. So, 3 times 2 is 6. And then, copy. And then, so, mo gagawin dyan is i-multiply across. 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12. Therefore, ayan na yung derivative ng function natin. Next step is, isa-substitute mo na yung given x mo. So, 2. Substitute. Given x natin is 4. So, ang gagawin mo na is, kapag nakuha mo na yung derivative ng function natin, which is 6x minus 12, isa-substitute mo lang yung given mo na x sa x nung derivative. Just dito, 6, and then plug mo yung 4 minus 12. Oops. 6 times 4 is 24 minus 12. That is just 12. Therefore, our instantaneous rate of change is 12 at x is equals to 4. Okay, so for our second example, meron tayong function na 6x squared minus 4. And then, nakalagay dito, estimate the instantaneous rate of change at x is equals to 4. So, same process. Kunin mo muna yung derivative ng function natin. Just our function is 6x squared minus 4. So, para makuha mo yung derivative niya, gamitin mo ulit yung power rule. Bababa mo si 2, and then magmaminus ka sa kanya ng 1. So, 2 minus 1 is 1, kaya wala na nakalagay dito. Kasi, you don't need to put 1. And then, again, constant rule, every constant, ang derivative niya is 0 kasi linear ang constant. Okay, so, dito, lagay mo lang, 6 times 2 is 12. So, our derivative is 12x. Okay, so, sunod mong gawin is you need to substitute our given x sa ating derivative. Our derivative is 12x and then yung x natin is equals to 4. So 12 times 4 is equals to 48. Therefore, our instantaneous rate of change is 48 at x is equals to 4.
Optimization using basic calculus.
Ako po si Michael Tristan Alvarado. Optimization using basic calculus. So ano nga po ba yung optimization? Optimization is a collection of mathematical principles and methods used for solving quantitative problems in many disciplines, including physics, biology, engineering, economics, and business. The subject grew from a realization that quantitative problems in manifestly different disciplines have important mathematical elements in common. Mathematical modeling. First, the number of people Y in a certain area that is infected after an epidemic after some time. Second, the concentration C of a drug in a person's bloodstream T hours after it was taken. And the mice population Y as the snake population X changes. So, next naman pong mag-e-explain ay si Joanna May de Medador.
So, sa optimization using basic calculus, meron tayong example 1 dito na word problem na ita-translate natin siya into mathematical equation. So, ang nakalagay dito is, for each of the following, determine the dependent quantity Q of x and the independent quantity x on which it depends. Then, find the function Q of x that accurately models the given scenario. So, sa letter A, ang nakalagay is, the product P of a given number x and the number which is 1 unit bigger. So, kaya siya naging P of x equals to x, tapos parenthesis, tas x plus 1 kasi yung P of x ay yung nakalagay dito sa given. And, yung equals to x, nakuha yon sa product na kinukuha dun sa given number which is yung x din. Tapos, yung naka-parenthesis naman na x plus 1, ayun yung given number na x din, tapos yung number which is 1 unit bigger. Parang pinag-combine lang sila, kaya naging x plus 1 parenthesis. So, ayan yung mathematical equation ng word problem na translate. Pero, pwede pa yan gawing simplified, which is yung x squared plus x. So, paano siya naging x squared plus x? Kasi, yung x, dinistribute mo lang siya doon sa naka-parenthesis, which is x times x is equals to x squared, tapos x times 1 is equals to 1. Kaya naging x lang siya kasi invisible na yung 1 doon. Dito naman sa letter B, same lang din siya doon sa letter A. Ang pinagkaiba lang is yung yung dependent quantity. Nag-iba lang siya ng letter, pero same lang din siya ng value. So, the total manufacturing cost C of producing X pencils, if there is an overhead cost of 100 pesos and producing one pencil costs 2 pesos. So, ang pagka-translate dito sa mathematical equation is magiging C of X equals to 100 plus 2x. So, I think alam niyo naman kung saan na nakuha yung 100 plus 2x since nandito na siya sa given. Yung 100 din nakuha sa 100 pesos, then yung 2x, ayun yung pencil cost which is yung 2 pesos. So, proceed tayo dito sa example 2. Pero before that, meron nakalagay dito na critical points which is parang guideline. Kasi parang iba na yung gagawin dito sa example 2. So, ang nakalagay dito is, let f be a function that is continuous on an open interval containing x sub 0. X sub 0 is a critical point if f prime of x sub 0 does not exist. And that is, f has a corner or a cusp at x sub 0 and f of x sub 0. So, dito sa example 2, proceed tayo. Dito is f of x equals to 3x squared minus 3x plus 4. Then, so way ng pag-solve natin is gagamitin natin yung derivative, yung rule nun. Okay. So, paano naging f prime of x equals to 6x minus 3? Kasi, kinuha mo yung derivative ng 3x squared tsaka yung negative 3x. Yung 4, yung positive 4, hindi mo na siya need kunin since constant lang siya and wala siyang kasama na x. So, hindi mo siya masasolve sa kahit anong hindi mo siya masasolve kasi wala siyang x. And constant nga lang siya kasi nga, pag constant lang, equals to 0 na agad siya. Kaya, yung sumunod na sagot is 6x minus 3 na lang, which is f prime of x equals to 6x minus 3. So, paano siya naging 6x minus 3? Katulad yung sinabi mo kanina, kinuha yung derivative ng 3x squared tsaka minus 3x. So, 3 times 2 is 6. Tapos, diba, yung squared ng 2 doon, lagi siyang ima-minus sa 1 after mo siya i-times dun sa katabi na number ng x or pag binaba mo siya. Then, after mo siya i-solve dun sa 2, magiging 1 na lang siya. Kaya, naging 6x na lang siya kasi visible na lang yung 0. No need na ilagay dun sa taas. Then, negative 3. Kaya, negative 3 kasi yung 3x niya, wala na din naman siya need i-solve kasi 1 na lang din yung x doon. Wala na siyang nakalagay na squared or cube. Kaya, 3 na lang siya. Visible na lang din yung 0 doon. Kaya, hindi na sinama yung x. So, after pagkakuha ng derivative, equate lang natin yung f prime of x sa 0 para maging 6x minus 3 equals 0. Then, after neto, solve lang natin siya for x. So, lilipat lang natin yung negative 3 dun sa right side para maging 6x equals to positive 3. Then, after nun, divide mo lang siya both side by 6. So, ang magiging answer mo dun is 6 equals to 3 over x. Or, pag sinimplified mo pa siya into lowest term, nagiging 1/2 na lang. So, ayan yung overall answer mo.
Kunin natin yung derivative ng x cubed minus x squared minus x minus 10. And that is 3x squared minus 2x minus 1. After that, i-equate natin sa 0 meron. So, yung f prime of x natin, i-equate natin sa 0. So, 3x squared minus 2x minus 1 is equals to 0. Pwede rin natin to i-factor by 3x plus 1 times x minus 1 is equals to 0. Then, equate natin yung bawat factor sa 0 to solve for x. So, yung 3x plus 1 is equals to 0. Then, ililipat natin sa right side si 1. So, magiging 3x plus 1 is equals to negative 1. Then, divide both sides by 3. So, magiging x is equals to negative 1/3. So, the critical points are negative 1/3 and positive 1.
Okay, so for the next topic, meron tayong related rates. So, ano nga ba yung related rates? So, according to Google, related rates are applied problems where we find the rate at which one quantity is changing by relating it to other quantities whose rates are known. Or, related rates problems involves two or more variables that change at the same time, possibly at different rates. So related rates, sa pagkakaintindi ko, ano mo malalaman kung gaano kabilis magbago yung isang bagay in relation to each other, ganun. No problem. So, a street light is mounted at the top of a 15-foot tall pole. A man 6 feet tall walks away from the pole with a speed of 5 feet per second along a straight path. How fast is the tip of his shadow moving when he is 40 feet from the pole? So, para masagutan natin to, it's much better to create a diagram. Or i-drawing nyo siya, i-visualize nyo siya, and then, i-label nyo with all of the given. So, kapag dinawin natin siya, ganito ang itsura. Yan. Sarili nyong equation. So, these two, kailangan natin malaman kung ano yan. Kasi as you can see dito, kung napapansin nyo, may dalawa tayong triangle, or right triangle, dito at dito. So, para mas madali yung buhay nyo, gawin na lang natin siyang isa. So, this represents to x plus y. And then, what we know is that a 6-foot tall man walks away from the pole with a speed of 5 feet per second. So alam natin, what we know, alam natin na ang bilis niya is 5 feet per second. Again, kaya 5 feet, sabi niya, na yung lalaki daw, papalayo siya sa pole at a rate of 5 feet per second. Dx is our rate of change with respect to time. And positive siya kasi papalayo. Positive siya kasi papalayo yung lalaki sa pole. Hindi naman siya papalapit. Sana kung papalapit yan, hindi magma-minus yung distance. Let's sunod is gusto na natin, yun ang given actually. Ang sunod, gusto natin malaman kung lagyan natin. What we want. Gusto natin malaman yung how fast or the rate of change ng tip of his shadow kapag siya ay 40 feet away from the pole. So, rate of change, ds with dt. So, we want the rate of change ng shadow niya or kung gaano kabilis nagbabago yung shadow when he is 40 feet away from the pole. Oh, so when x is 40. Bakit x? Kasi x represents the distance sa lalaki to the pole. So, yan. Meron na tayong given. At alam na natin kung ano yung gusto hanapin. Ito, this represents the tip of his shadow. And then, sabihin natin ito yung light source. Pero mag-measure tayo sa base kasi nasa baba yung shadow yalangan. So, ayan. Gusto natin malaman yan. Gaano kabilis. So, nung kanina, sinabi natin na this two represents itong dalawang to, itong x and y, siya ay just x plus y. So, in short, gusto natin malaman yung rate of change ng x plus y with respect to time. Ito yung gusto natin malaman, di ba? Ngayon, para makuha mo yan, ang given information lang naman natin is ito, which is yung 40 feet away at saka yung speed. So, gagawin mo is kukunin mo yung derivative ng ng x at saka y. So, magiging dx with respect to dt plus dy and dt. Gagawin natin, so natin gagawin is ito, ipagsasama natin siya sa y. So, 6 over y plus 15 over x plus y. So, after mo makuha yan, just cross multiply. So, 6 over y plus 15 x plus y, that is 6x is equals to 15 over y. Ngayon, basic algebra sides, 6 up. And then after nyan, kunin mo yung derivative nila. So, derivative, just 6. Kung nakuha mo na yan, i-plug mo na yung given mo. You know na itong dx over dt is 5. So 6, 5. And then 9, hindi natin alam yung dy over dt. So just copy. Simplify natin tong 6 at saka 9. Magiging 2 over 3. So wala na to. 2 times 5 is 10. And then over 3. So, kanina. So 10 over 3 plus 5. 5 times 3 is 15. And then 1 times 10 is 10 over 3. Kasi manong tutulong ng dalawa. So 15 plus 10 is 25 over 3. Ang unit natin ay feet per second. Ganyan kabilis gumagalaw ang tip of shadow.